All right, next we have Leo rising and sun. For you guys, this Virgo full moon is happening in your second house. The sun is opposite this in Pisces, also conjunct Mercury, the ruler of this moon, and Saturn, all in your eighth house. So, what does this mean? First of all, I find it interesting that the sun is in your eighth house. And I also pulled the Eight of Pentacles as the very first card. So it does feel like a time in which you're kind of meant to be putting in the work into something. Full moons, although this full moon doesn't necessarily have that energy in general, because it is a little bit more whimsical and more intuitive and detached, I'm seeing. But it's helping us kind of get into our inspiration. So for you guys, this might be a time in which you are maybe able to dream about what you can accomplish in your life, in your career, in your finances, in your skill development in order to get ahead. This isn't necessarily the time to actually like put in the work, but it is definitely a time in which you can dream and manifest what you want to happen. I definitely feel like some of you guys are having some intense energy come up emotionally, maybe some insecurities or maybe some things from the past getting triggered, because we do have Mercury, Sun, Saturn in your eighth house. And that's just the energy of these planets, as well as the Tower and the Moon card. Things being illuminated, emotions really being drawn up from the surface, things that were settled or you're kind of just going with the flow. They all get kind of like, the dust gets like kicked up and it's hard to see, and you're like feeling things really deeply, and maybe you're questioning things about yourself and your life. And so there's something here, and this could be related to relationships, this could be related to your career, your future. There's something here where you're kind of being like torn down to be rebuilt on an emotional level. So it's like the way that you currently see yourself or you feel about yourself, or the way that you've been listening to yourself. There's something about your inner world, your sensitive psychic world, that it's just like it wasn't fully healthy, or it wasn't fully aligned. There's something about it that needs to have a complete burn to the ground and rebuild in a more positive way for you. So yeah, that might be a lot around your self-image and your relationship with yourself. And I think that your relationships in general are also going through a reset, because we have Venus and Mars and Aquarius in the seventh house. And I see this as, again, relationships kind of having, it like sparks this flame, this passion, but it also resets it in a way of like, what do I want to do differently? So that might be an area that you find like you're very motivated by, and feel very passionately about, but also are looking to do things differently in the future. With this square to Jupiter in the 10th, you might be wondering how relationships will make sense with your future, or how they're going to turn out in the future. And it's important not to get ahead of ourselves or like feel impatient with ourselves, though, with an energy like this, or be overly idealistic or overly optimistic, just because Jupiter can sometimes be like that. But if we can have a grounded approach of like, what do I want to do differently? What can I actually make changes in? How do I really want this to look? And from a realistic but optimistic perspective. And that's kind of the best thing that you can do. I think for many of you guys, that's going to involve some level of really doing work to create, like work on yourself with this Nine of Pentacles and Temperance card, like doing the internal work that you need to be ready for some of those goals that you have, or some of those relationship goals that you have, or career goals that you have. Some of you guys, this might also look like just showing up and doing the work in your life in general, and being patient with this Temperance card, really having moderation, not expecting things to just automatically bloom, automatically be better, automatically find your soulmate. There's an energy of, I'm going to put my head down, I'm going to do the work, and I'm going to envision during this full moon about the best way to do this work and about what is accomplishable. And then after the full moon passes, when we get Mercury out of Pisces into Aries, we sit down and we actually do the work, we follow through, and we have patience with ourselves, which is not always easy when Mercury's in Pisces, but we try to have patience with ourselves on when things will actually manifest, when the solutions will come, when the outcomes will come. And then we can be proud of ourselves when they do. So that is what I'm seeing for you, Leo. If that resonates, please let me know down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, and have a beautiful day.